Thank you. For tuning in this Sunday evening. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Last outing for Phoenix, the loss to the Charlotte Hornets. Now, here's Sexton. Here's Towns. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Well, tonight a battle between two very talented front courts, Doris. This could get pretty physical.
Well, this is a night, Kevin, to me, where the officials could dictate the level of physicality. They know that both teams have big, burly guys up front, that these guys like to engage physically, and so how is the game officiated, particularly at the start? That could set the tone for what could be a cage match.
Personally, do you like those kind of games, Doris?
I like a certain level of physicality, Kevin. I do think that we've cleaned up the perimeter game. I think officiating is such a nuanced deal that the best officials understand innately how something should be called.
Here's the Suns with the ball. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Sexton. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another whistle, and he's got to be careful with his foul situation.
Now here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, you love his toughness. You can tell that this young guy cares. The game is important to Karl Anthony Towns.
Pass to Vucevic. Paul surveying the floor. Now here's Vucevic, defended by Covington.
That's great use of size and length. Tough down low when guys are battling for that board.
And that one is good.
And one thing we've seen with Sexton, he loves to play through contact. He has the frame to absorb it when he goes to the rim.
Now here's Paul. Out to Chandler. Back to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Berton's shot is good.
The vision, the timelessness of Chris Paul's game. For many years, he's made everyone around him better.
Towns. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Got that bucket in no time at all. Brogdon's. Got his first 3 points of the game.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
And here are the Suns now.
It's so interesting to me that if you look at the history of the Phoenix Suns, it was the Mike D'Antoni era where they set the trend towards up-tempo run-and-gun basketball and emphasizing the three. Remember the great Steve Nash at the helm. They were an offensive juggernaut at that time, guys. Boy, the offense is really clicking. 4 for 5 from the field to start. Nice.
To the inside. Here's Vucevic. No good on that one. Towns with the defensive effort. And the wide open shot from Green. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 3. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Over in the corner, Chandler. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Reason number 1, CP3 is out there making strong passes, keeping the offense flowing.
Good on the bucket. Sexton's got a second bucket tonight.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
They kick it out to Green. Back to Millsap. Clock at 6. Here's Towns. Great D that time from Vucevic.
He does the hard part. Gets through the defense all the way to the rim. I thought the finish would be the easy part.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Now, here's Sexton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint. .136 left to play in the first. Chandler, no good. And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
How about Karl Anthony Towns, guys? At the age of 11, guess how tall he was? 6'3". So it was his goal to develop a complete skill set all the way back then. Boy, how about that? Ahead of the game in terms of the NBA.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And talk about the mindset nowadays. Kids like Towns growing up not content to just play in the paint.
That's exactly right, Kevin. His father would divide their workouts into 2 halves. The first was face-up, dribbling, perimeter shooting. The second half of that workout, the interior, footwork, mic and drills, finishing over either shoulder. Boy, that's a pretty smart dad.
And had the right idea there in calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Now here's Towns.
There's such confidence and belief and faith in his offensive arsenal, but Karl Anthony Towns makes it look easy on that end.
And Murray, here we go. From deep, Johnson. It's good from long range.
I'll tell you, somebody fell asleep because the defense was not paying any attention to him. That's a huge blunder.
Outside, Green. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. it's the Timberwolves now. 6-point game. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. Hart, that's good. Hart's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Towns. A 3-ball. And no good. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Phoenix Suns. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Listen, early on taking the lead, I just like their approach offensively.
I think their play calling has been exceptional. They've played with purpose and they've played with aggressiveness.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. Year after year, the Timberwolves have the NBA's most grueling travel schedule. A lot of miles to cover in the West.
Kevin, if you add up their flights in a season, they could circle the globe more than twice. And let's remember, there's no frequent flyer miles here either.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the paint. Len. And the dunk by Len.
Well, this guy wasn't to be denied. Strong finish by Alex Len, and he'll go to the line to try and get one more.
And the Suns making a change here. Pass to Bielitsa. Murray surveying the D. They double him with Saric. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Phoenix with the ball. Suns leading by 5. Outside Rondo. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And stolen by Murray. To Niang. No good on the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Yeah, Kev, nice work in the painted area. Alex Len with the size and skill to do more of this.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Right wing. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. Niang's got himself on the board with 3 there. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting. And the shot is good from Johnson.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. And taken away by Johnson. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns here with a different look. And so it's Minnesota with it. Trailing by 4. Timberwolves passing it around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Minnesota shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low.
Back to Towns. 6 feet out. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league. At least top 3 amongst all 7-footers. And his three-point percentage elite as well, over 40%.
Pass to Brogdon. Millsap with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. Bagley with a wide open look. Phoenix no good that time either. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
Back to Brogdon. The 3. He can't get it to go. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Pass to Vucevic. Beyond the arc. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Here's Towns. Here's Nunley. And he dunks it home.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him.
And it's Vucevic in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. Vucevic has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, the defense has got to do more than that. Karl Anthony Towns embarrassing them.
The drive by Paul. And so that's the end of the first half. Phoenix ahead, up 6. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Timberwolves trail by 6. Out left to the wing. Here's Bertans for 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. The Suns coach Igor Kokoschka has coached Slovenia to the 2017 Eurobasket title. Doris, the country's first ever European title. It certainly helped put his name on the map.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin. This young man has had great success internationally and as an NBA assistant. And how about Kokoschka, a homecoming in Phoenix? He and his family have maintained a house there for over a decade.
Inside. It's tipped. Chandler with the steal. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Phoenix leading by 5. Pass to Millsap. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
The ball. Here's Vucevic. 4 on the shot clock. No good with the wing jumper.
I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Left side, Towns. It's stolen by Vucevic. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Ball with the ball.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
And the Suns call time. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rondo with it. Now guarded by Murray. There's the lob to Towns.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Murray outside. Aston Yang. Murray outside. Here's Bielitsa. He's covered by Rondo. Wide open look here for Murray. No good on the 3.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And Millsap saves it in.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal. Has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Murray outside. Aston Yang. Back to Murray. 5 on the clock. And Hart has it in the corner. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Minnesota calls timeout. Well, court vision, Dora, is one of those intangible skills. You had it when you played, and when it comes to seeing the floor, I'm sure you have people that impress you with the way they see what's going on.
Kevin, I feel very lucky and fortunate to have witnessed one of the seminal players of his generation and arguably the greatest passer in the history of the NBA, and that's LeBron James. I mean, this guy's ability to make any pass, to put a 50-foot pass on a rope from one side of the floor, maybe from the hash mark to the opposite corner, and put it in the shooting pocket of different players is mind-boggling. At the center spot, you've got the young and talented and pass-first center of Nikola Jokic. And then, of course, the man who, to me, for a 10-year stretch, was the best pure point guard in the NBA, and that's Chris Paul. And listen, historically, some of the guys I loved watching, Steve Nash, John Stockton, I loved Mo Cheeks. Listen, I'm very partial to men who want to distribute the basketball and who take special relish in watching guys score baskets off their work.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Outside Millsap. Pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Murray outside. Down low. Millsap with the steal. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Now, here's Sexton. He's got 9. Fades back. Collins grabs the miss.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the Timberwolves call time.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
1:27 left for the third. Sexton with it. Pass to Len. Off target from three-point range. Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for. But you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently. And traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And this is why you got to prevent Sexton from getting in the lane. Once he does, he just explodes towards the basket.
Back to Paul. It's Pialitza. Kicks it out to Paul. Lock at 6. Pass to Johnson. The shot's good. Johnson's got 12 in the game.
Well, you love how Amir Johnson goes right up with it. He punishes the defense for letting him get that deep a position.
The shot by Len, wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Make no mistake, Karl-Anthony Towns has all the skills necessary to be amongst the best players in the league. What a problem he poses for defenses, guys.
Pass to Brogdon. From deep. And so it's Phoenix. 13 points up at the end of the period. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Timberwolves call time here. And last summer, Minnesota's front office saying, Doris, they would like the Wolves to lean more on their bench.
It would be nice for Coach Tom Thibodeau to have the luxury of guys coming off the bench that he can trust. You've got to fortify the bench and then trust them to perform.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the break, I heard Tom Thibodeau as he talked with the team. And he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive. And you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Here's Murray up on top. Inside. Urginus. Good work defensively by Millsap. Phoenix leading by 15. Covington wide open. He fires. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
On offense, here are the Suns. There's the lob to Towns. Stolen by Brogdon. It's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Here's Sexton. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Suns lead by 13.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Back to Murray. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bertans. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Minnesota calls timeout. You look at Towns, he's really been playing well.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
The Suns making a switch here. Here's Paul. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Bielitsa. And it's off from three-point range.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Well, Towns showing himself to be a willing facilitator. If you're open, he's going to find you.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Puts it up from 7. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And that's 21 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one. But on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Paul with the ball. Picked up by Bagley. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, what a combination of size and touch that makes him a nightmare matchup from three-point range. Wow.
Pass to Towns. Shoots over Vucevic. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It's Bielitsa. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I'll tell you, that's an assist that shows great sense for where his teammates want to move.
Nemanja Bjelica, the 2015 EuroLeague MVP, a product of Belgrade, Serbia.
You know, not many people know he grew up in the rough housing complexes known as the blocks in his native country. Similar to New York City in that there's plenty of competition on the basketball courts in that area. And he believes that helped to prepare him for the NBA challenge.
And the shot goes in.
Well, Vucevic has got a number of moves he can go to. He's so comfortable this close to the cup.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. It's good from long range. Vucevic has got 7 now in this quarter.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 10. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. .144 left in the fourth quarter. To the left wing. Here's Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
Good on the second free throw. Timberwolves trailed by 11. Towns with the steal. Here's Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And there's no question Sexton can flat out score. I mean, he feels like he can get it done from anywhere.
He gets that one. 14 points for Johnson.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, that was a big shot.
And stunned silence, guys. That's the atmosphere in here after that shot. Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And that one misses.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Suns.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Karl Anthony Towns.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Free throw good, Murray.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Here's Sexton. Here's Towns. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The free throw drops for Towns. And so he hits both. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 13-point game. The shot by Wilson, no good. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. Good on the second free throw. Murray outside. From deep. No good.
And Millsap with the focus there defensively, just stretching out to bother the shot.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by...